Hi, what's up? Welcome back. As you can see, I'm in my kitchen again. I wanted to make a little video about, talk a little bit about what I eat. Because I got some questions, I got some feedback on the comments about if I can make a video like what I eat in a day and stuff. I made a few, but it's been a while now. So I thought I made a video when I make one of my smoothie bowls that I usually eat. So I just wanted to give you a little, talk a little bit about general. So this is kind of like just a spontaneous video. I haven't prepared basically anything except the food. So and I'm gonna give you some advice and tips, what I usually think about, how I view diet and all these kind of stuff. So yeah, so for starters, I usually, since I live in Sweden, we don't have the best climate for fruits and stuff. So it's getting better now because it's May. It's actually pretty good outside. As you can see, it's sunny, so it's kind of nice. We're gonna have good weather now, the upcoming days. So, but usually when it's not optimal, I go with frozen berries and stuff, frozen mangoes. So in here, for example, I have some, as you can see, some frozen mangoes, blueberries, and a little cube of passion fruit as well. I like to do that. Then what I also like to do is I heat it up in my pan with some almond milk or oat milk. And because I don't want it to be too cold, I want it to be like room temperature. So I just pour it in there and let it it's not gonna boil, it's just gonna melt the ice. So because it's frozen, so just gets to room temperature. Then I will have about, depends on how big the bananas are, but usually I go with 4 or 5 because I always use the bananas as like a staple or like the base. So then after that you can pretty much take whatever you want. If I would have more great options, I would probably I could use a papaya as a base as well. That's pretty nice, but we don't have any good papayas here, and we don't basically have any papayas. So it's not even a question. But bananas are amazing. Yeah, I'm just gonna let this heat up a little bit. Yeah, and after that, when I've heated up the frozen berries and stuff and mangoes, I just pour it in here first in the jug here. I put these things first and then add the bananas because I want the liquid and the more soft stuff on the bottom there, because it will make a better, the process will become much better, I think. So I just do that. For that as well, after that I've been blending it, I'm gonna add some chopped apples, and then I'm gonna add some medjool dates that I use. These are amazing, I really like them. It's incredible. You can take some peanut butter as well on. It tastes amazing. Then I will sprinkle some peanut butter on. I will use some pumpkin seeds, organic mulberries, and then some walnuts as well. You can use whatever you want. You can chop up a banana as well if you use that. You can take maybe some coconut flakes. You can take some other nuts as well, or seeds, whatever you want. I mean, go with the things that you enjoy. That's what I wanted to say. Okay, so after that, I will just break up some bananas. I usually like to go with. I always want to buy them when they are have some brown spots. The browner, the better, I believe, because it's more sweet. So the body doesn't have to break down the sugars. Because if you let's say you buy brown bananas. If you buy green bananas, they're more starchy because they haven't ripened yet. So, and what the body has to do is it has to break down the sugar before it can use it. But when they're ripe, the banana is already so sweet, so the liver can convert it to energy right away. So you're taking away a very big process for the body to digest these things. So that's why it's always better when they're very have a lot of brown spots on it. So so it takes 4 big bananas in here, and then I will just blend it up. By the way, I gotta say, I bought this machine for a couple of months ago now, and this is the best piece of thing I've ever had, to be honest. It's actually a combination of both a blender and a juicer. So it's a 2-in-1, so I really love it. It's kind of like the Nama J2 juicer. It's kind of the same, basically the same machine. It's very similar, but it's called, this one is Huram. So because I couldn't, had issues to get it to Sweden, so This one is from, I think it's produced in UK, so it's kind of the same. So here you have like two in one. So this is the juicer, and it's very good because it's very easy to clean. It's the best thing I've used so far. So you can change like the tools in here regarding what kind of items you want to use. So let's say you want to use celery and stuff and greens, you have one type of tool, and then you change if you want to use maybe apples or oranges and stuff like that. So this one I'm really happy with. So just okay, so after I blended it, I just poured it into my bowl here. So as you can see, it becomes just this amazing, thick, consistent smoothie. I mean, usually on the days now, like during this winter to like up to this point, I think I've been eating like 2 or 3 of these every day. So because I've increased my calorie intake, so just wanted to put on some more mass, and I've gained a little bit of weight now. So this is mainly what I eat a lot of these things, combining with some on the evening. I like to eat some maybe salad or like tomato, cucumber, stuff like that, zucchini. And also I add in some cooked food on the weekends. I mean, on the weekend I can go off completely. I can eat sometimes. I can take maybe pizza or something like that, some pasta dish. That happens. I don't want to do it too often, but I'm not gonna. I kind of change my view a little bit on the whole concept of eating, like, because as long as we don't suffer from what we're doing and we can accept like that we are not perfect, I think we're fine. I mean, I like to follow the 80-20 rule. Like if you're eating 80% of your diet is good, I mean, you're gonna be fine. If 8 of 10 decisions you made are perfect and then 2 are maybe not optimal, maybe a little bad even, I think you're fine. So because in the end of the day, every thought and emotion that we feel is gonna affect our body. So if we constantly feel like we're not perfect, we're not doing the best choices all the time, I mean, we're gonna suffer inside, and our immune system is gonna go down, and the cells in the body will be affected. So if you, let's say for me example, I live in Sweden. It's not optimal if I want to eat fruits, so I do my best, and I do my best in the sense that I want to feel good emotionally as well. That's the most important thing. That's what it comes down to. So I don't think we have to always have this idea that we have to be perfect with everything all the time. It's not the point, and I don't think we're even supposed to be perfect. I changed my mind on so many things, and this is one of them. That there are some people who appear to be almost perfect, and maybe they are. It doesn't mean that everyone should do that, because that's not the point here. I mean, it's not like a competition who lives the longest, who is, even the people who are so healthy and so perfect, they still end up dying, not maybe that much better than or longer than some other people. So it comes down to so many factors, and I learned that one of the biggest thing is how we use this up here, the mind, and what kind of take we have on the life in general, like what choices we make, and how we are letting ourselves be affected by the choices. I think it comes down to that. I mean, we should also enjoy life, and experience things. So do your best, but try to at least make the best choices you can do. That's what I think my message is. So in this smoothie, I like to, like I said, I always have topping, because I see a lot of people, they like to drink this smoothies. Fair, it can be nice sometimes. It tastes good, but I think that it's not optimal in the sense that the body needs to use enzymes from the mouth. So when you chew the food, you produces first the enzymes that will help to break down the food in the stomach. But if you're always drinking it and you don't use the mouth, that those enzymes will be left out. So what the body will have to do is create new enzymes in the stomach. So that's why I like to use a bowl with topping, because if I have, let's say, some nuts and seeds or chopped apples, I have to chew it because I'm not going to swallow these. I think that if we can do that, it's much better. I'm looking forward to the comments that they're going to say that, oh, it's so much sugar, you're going to get diabetes and stuff. And I'm sorry to tell you, pal, but it doesn't work like that. This doesn't create diabetes. The diabetes is primarily created because of too much fat in the system, because the fats will clog up the intestines, the arteries and stuff, which means that the body won't be able to produce insulin when it needs. This doesn't create insulin because this goes directly to the liver because it's purely sugar right away. The body doesn't have to break down these things. So you don't have to worry about that. I've been doing my blood sugar tests and it's perfectly fine, and I eat, this is mostly what I eat. So you don't have to worry about that, not at all. The only time you have to worry about it is if you combine this with a very like fatty dishes that you eat most of the time. Let's say you're eating, I don't know, foods that are very hard to digest. Combining this with a lot of the sugar, that can cause issues. But if you're like eating a good diet, clean, simple to easy to digest, you're gonna be fine. So I have some medjool dates. I take what I have. So I had some walnuts. I do that. I know some people like to, maybe if you want to make the best out of using the nuts and seeds, maybe you should soak them. I know a lot of people do that. I don't do it. I think it's, at this point in my life, I think it's too much of being like pity. I'm not. So I think I'm pretty good with this. I like to sprinkle on some peanut butter here. I mean, you can take almond butter or cashew butter or whatever you want to do, but I think it's nice. It gets a little more calories. It's yeah, it's pretty good. This one is organic, so because I think buying peanuts and stuff should always be organic, because those are one of the most sprayed and heavily, one of the things that are very high in pesticides and these kind of chemicals they spray. Always try to bake organic when you buy them. And also I take some sprinkle some pumpkin seeds. You don't have to do it, but I think it's nice. Not too much. And then some, this is my favorites, mulberries. This is organic mulberries. These are so amazing. I think I've been using mulberries now for maybe almost 2 years. I think they're just insanely nice. They're kind of like, they're very sweet, naturally sweet, but they're also very nutty. They kind of like have this kind of a nutty flavor to it. So I think it's amazing. I use them all the time on my bowls and stuff. I think they're very good with bananas. You can just eat a banana and chop up a banana, sprinkle some mulberries on, maybe have some berries, blueberries or strawberries. That's awesome as well. So this is kind of how I do it. This is my way of making the smoothie bowl. Sometimes I mix it up, obviously, so I don't always do it like this. But I think this is my way of preferring how to do it. I mean, do what you feels best for you. Whatever floats your boat, do it, and use the ingredients that you want. I like to use the ones I've chosen that I show you now. So this is how it looks. So this is what I'm gonna enjoy. This is usually what I eat on the days. Okay, so the first time I actually started eating these bowls was kind of like 2 years ago, so on the summer of 2020. Yeah, 2 it was. So and I remember in the beginning I had such a crazy increase of energy. It was like amazing. That was one of the first thing I noticed when I started eating a lot of fruits, that since I've been eating like pretty standard before, or maybe better than standard I would say, but when I made kind of that transition kind of right away and I shocked my body, that was the most intense feeling I had, like with energy levels, because I could really feel how the body almost like vibrating. It kind of felt like it was just an amazing feeling. So I think if you are someone out there who haven't tried it, you do it, you will experience the same thing, I promise you. So now, after I've been doing this for a while and eating so much, it kind of like switched off. It's like not the same anymore, because I'm used to it. Like everything else, you know, when you get used to stuff, you don't get that sensation anymore. But I mean, it doesn't mean it's not good. So you still get the benefits, but you're just used to it. That's why you always, when you start eating cooked food now and bad stuff, you can feel it right away. Like if I eat like bad stuff during the day, like at lunch, I mean, you get really affected by it. You get tired and sluggish and lethargic. So that's why I choose to eat especially during the day and the morning. I want to eat the good stuff. Yeah, that's definitely something where you will experience when you eat smoothie bowls like this. I think, like I said, I like to mix it up with these kind of things, but especially now when it's better weather, it's hotter, I like to eat a lot of easy digestible foods. That makes me high in energy. Today I bought my first watermelon as well, actually. So this is a mini one, but it's very yellow. and it's made a pretty good sound when I can hear that. So I think this is gonna be a good one. I always like to go with it's gonna sound pretty hollow when you touch on it, when you knock it, and then I want to have a big yellow spot with some, like you can see the brown dots in there as well. I like to go for that. That has been the best way signs to look for when you want to find a good watermelon. I also like to eat some clementines, mandarins and stuff like that, oranges obviously, so yeah, and some apples as well. So these are kind of the ones that I usually like to eat. If I could have better options, I would probably eat better, but it is what it is at the moment. So yeah, but there you had it, a little insight on how I make my smoothie bowl, because I know there's a lot of people out there who want to know how I made them. So yeah, I'm gonna enjoy it on my balcony here now. So I want to wish you a fantastic day and weekend also. Talk soon. Take care.